All right, you guys, what's going on? So, I decided to, talk about this particular situation with, Drake, LeBron, and DJ Akademiks. Um, if you want to understand the definition of probably career suicide as far as ever working on the mainstream ever again and being too emotionally attached to one individual, that would be one DJ Akademiks for basically going on a rant about LeBron James because your secret friend Drake put out information, and it just goes to show you that Drake is clearly a broken man. It just goes to show you how fragile and emotionally um unhinged that Drake has been since Not Like Us has came out. But then again, Drake lost his battle with Pusha T. And then he decides to take on Kendrick Lamar for what? And then when many people who have just common sense believes that he lost the battle, then all of a sudden Drake just starts to become unhinged. He starts to play victim like, why is everybody against me? And then you have some of his um delusional fans think by him going after Universal Music, he was somehow some kind of hero. Like, come on, man. Drake, all he did was a dude. He could dish it out, but he can't take it. But then now all of a sudden he's leaking information and allegedly to DJ Akademiks about LeBron having extramarital affairs, which he has no real proof. At the end of the day, DJ Akademiks can actually be sued for this type of stuff. This isn't the situation with, Joy Taylor. This is all alleged. But DJ Akademiks been riding with Drake when it pertains to this particular situation. And at the end of the day, of course, Akademic would feel some kind of way because keep in mind, he can't keep, he can't keep his women in check. This is the same dude that admitted that he let a woman steal over $500,000 from him. This is the same dude that basically had a chick who had a friend that came into his house and basically was trying to set him up to get robbed. And he really didn't pursue pressing charges against the person involved. So that just goes to show you where he is. But then he wants to argue with Meek Mills. Then allegedly he had a gun case that mysteriously went away. Many people believe that he worked with the boys. And keep in mind how attached he was to a known snitch. You know who I'm talking about, the Rainbow dude, how he always was caping for him. This is the same DJ Akademiks that say he doesn't have a problem with his so-called white or non-black friends saying the N-word. He doesn't think that they're racist. And at the end of the day, this dude is really a culture vulture and a tether. He is all of that. I see we got a troll here. So let's get rid of you. So, getting rid of all the trolls. So, zero tolerance. So, with that being said, doesn't surprise me how he's acting and why he's triggered by this. I'm going to say this again. DJ Akademiks is a tether. He's a tether. And he was raised by his mother. So that's why he has a simp mentality. He's not a tough guy at all. But then again, he's never tried to portray himself as a tough guy. But for him to be acting emotionally unstable and then breaking the guy code, basically putting something out there about LeBron, and I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I don't like this. Now, first of all, I'm gonna say this, and this is real talk. Under no circumstances do my platform condone extramarital affairs. But there's always rhyme or reason for every particular situation, but I don't condone it, and I'm not a fan of it. And that's real talk, whether it's the woman or whether it's the man. But for this dude to sit up there and putting these rumors out about LeBron James, that's not cool in the name of Drake. And then Drake allegedly leaked the information that another dude allegedly leaked, to Akademiks. But I believe that Drake is behind this whole thing because Drake was bothered and his feelings was literally hurt when Kendrick Lamar earlier this past summer did the pop-up concert, and he saw a lot of different people in attendance. DeMar DeRozan, who happens to be from the LA area, Compton to be exact, who has a known affiliation with the Crips. This is not a rumor, this is documented. He's from that area. Yeah, he played for the Toronto Raptors, but at the end of the day, you have to look at two things. He's from that area, and then he's American. So at the end of the day, this tirade Drake has been on the last month about him suing Universal Music Group, and then keep in mind they've been blocking all his new music from getting put out, and he isn't really releasing anything of substance. I never thought much of Drake to begin with. I just got to keep it a buck. I never thought much of that dude. I always thought Drake was corny. But all this stuff about his fans talking about he's on a crusade. Crusade for what? He didn't have a problem with Universal Music until that song came out. He's so far said, oh, the streams are fake and all this kind of stuff. So Kendrick Lamar streams are fake, but yours isn't. So now all of a sudden, Kendrick Lamar's streams and his numbers can't be legit, but yours is. Okay, make that make sense. But Drake is just showing that he's a fragile little man. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Now, keep in mind, Drake is a dude that's always insinuated that he liked to mess with, women that are unavailable, married women, and all that kind of stuff. But then he tries to dry snitch on LeBron James and put that information out. So at the same time, while you trying to snitch on LeBron James, you were contributing. You are a accessory. Basically, if somebody commits a crime, like somebody knocks somebody off and you supply them the weapon, well, you're an accessory and you're just as guilty. So at the same time, Drake is basically implicating himself. How does he get out of not being criticized? So we know LeBron James has been married to Savannah for a while, over 10 years. And this is all alleged. So if you were sitting up hooking LeBron James up with these alleged women, snow bunnies to be exact, okay, you're just as guilty. So his new name is Drake the Snake. Drake is further sinking his career into the toilet. He's Titanicing his own career. At the end of the day, all he had to do is just accept, just say, okay, he got me and move on. But all this stuff about lawsuits and slandering other people's name and saying I can't believe people was at that pop-up. Listen, LeBron James is a billionaire. Once again, LeBron James can make things difficult for Drake, as well as DJ Akademiks. Drake is just further showing how soft he is and how sensitive and emotional he is. He has female tendencies. But then again, he's been spotted wearing nail polish and having mercies. This is what I mean by a woman cannot raise a man to be a man. Obviously, he didn't have enough male influences around him, because a dude like this wouldn't behave the way that he's been behaving. He's on a revenge kick. He wants revenge. But you want revenge for basically a beef that you started. And then when things didn't go in your favor, then all of a sudden you want to play victim. You want to play the, why is everybody picking on me? Oh, everybody left me hanging and all this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, you got Americanized when you know, even though you came from Canada, by like, you know, attaching yourself to certain artists to build up your street looking portfolio. But at the end of the day, your songs were always corny. Your songs didn't have no substance. You were a low budget wannabe, you know, biracial, you know, low budget generic Sam's Club, great value wannabe version of LL Cool J. Except you tried to sing. Then you tried to hang around the so-called street rappers to try to gain some street credibility, to look more sellable. Tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. Dude is a lame. Drake is a lame. And DJ Akademiks is a lame. This is like the most hoe move that I've ever seen. It's a hoe move. So if you understand how LeBron James works, everybody knows that the La Media is gonna come after Drake the Snake. All Drake had to do is just say, hey man, you got me, and move on from it. You lost. It was over. If you had just said, hey, he got me, it is what it is, I'm going to continue to make music, and I think people would have respected you, and I think people would have moved on. But for you to try to sue your record label, making these accusations saying that basically they were pushing Not Like Us, and then you don't have no proof. So there you have it. But that's all I have to say about that. DJ Akademiks is a lame. He's further proved that he's a lame, and he's a tether bob. Not cheddar bob, tether bob. You know, and you kind of can make the resemblance because he just shot himself in the foot, and he pretty much will probably stay pretty much as far as creating content online, because I can tell you right now, he won't ever get mainstream, you know, he won't ever get mainstream attention, and there won't ever be no mainstream opportunities for him, because I can tell you LeBron James had already made the phone calls. Him, Maverick Carter, what's the other dude's name? So it's a wrap for Drake, and it's a wrap for DJ Akademiks. Drake better enjoy this last few weeks, because once Kendrick Lamar performs at the Super Bowl, Not Like Us, which I think that's going to be one of the most highly anticipated halftime shows in years, and I'm going to push it as we get closer. Matter of fact, I'm going to start a countdown when we're like 2 weeks out. I feel like I got enough influence and pull to start a movement like that, because I do think it's time to finish Drake. I think it's time for him to go away. And I think to a certain degree, Drake knows that he's done. So there you have it. This your boy Town. I'm out.